Good morning. Finally, we are.
How you doing?
How are you? Fine, thank you. And
Very
you?
well. Fine.
Okay. Okay. So we are set for a live question and answer. Before people start joining us, maybe you give us a rundown. Before we start, I will allow you to introduce yourself because you will be able to introduce yourself better than I can do. Please, can you just briefly tell us about yourself and what you do?
Okay, so thank you very much, Ogechi. I'm so honored to join you on this live presentation. My name is Funmi and I'm the founder of Lordships Limited. We're an agro-processing company. Our vision is to create quality, health, indulging food and beverages. All right, and I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm a child of God. So that's it. And I consult also.
Okay. And what we're concerned about here, you are an expert when it comes also. Thank you so much for coming. We're glad to have you. Okay, before we start taking the questions, can you just run us down briefly? I know I did a video about this last week, but just you're here, you're the expert here. Can you just run us
Okay, so one of the things that,
certification
or
process?
well, there are several requirements with which you can get your product registered with NAFDAC. There are processes, there are steps. Okay, and then these steps must be strictly adhered to. Um, First of all, you must have a product that you want to register. I mean, if you don't have any product, there will be no need going to NAFDAC. So I want to assume that whoever is listening to me already has a product that he or she wants to get registered with NAFDAC. And then this product must be within the jurisdiction of the product that NAFDAC as an agency or as a body regulates. So basically, the products that NAFDAC gets registered are products that are food related, cosmetics related, and drugs.
Okay.
Okay, so we have water too.
Okay.
And um, getting it registered, first of all, your company must be incorporated with Corporate Affairs Commission. Okay.
Okay.
So you have a product you want to
Okay.
register, you must be incorporated with CAC. That is the agency that
Okay.
is responsible for um, registering your business name, either an enterprise or a limited liability company. Now, for a limited
Okay.
liability company, maybe you are considering exportation. If, excuse
Okay.
me, please. So maybe you are considering exportation. I would advise that you get it registered as limited liability company. When you want to register with any PC, your company must be and if it is just
Okay.
that you're starting out, you want to start with Nigerian market or whatever state that you are based in, you can start with a business name. That is much more affordable to entrepreneurs. Now, going forward to getting your product registered with NAFDAC, after your CAC, you need your team. You must ensure that your TIN, that's your tax identification number, is generated. And how do you generate that? You get it registered. You write a formal letter to FIRS. That's the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the body that is responsible for all tax related issues. You know, you get it registered, you write an application letter to them stating that you want your company to have TIN and it will be generated for you. Right now on the NAFDAC portal, if your TIN is not validated, you can't even go further. Okay.
Okay.
So one mistake that most people do is that they they want to get registered themselves, probably through there's a body called the JTB, that's Joint Tax Board. That is not
Okay.
a thing for company. And then maybe individual tax numbers too. No, your company is an entity on its own. So it must have a thing generated for that company. Okay. Now, when you get your thing, you want to go for your trademark. Now, if what you have, if your business that you register, so let me give an example. So we
Okay.
have, um, what example can I give now? So let's say Wumi Foods. You
Okay.
registered Wumi Foods with CAC. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you want to register your product with NAFDAC and you do not have CAC, and you have, let's say, um, cotton rice or cotton beans, something, as against Wumi Foods that you registered, NAFDAC will not, I say it again, NAFDAC will not approve that name, because cotton as a name, okay, has not been trademarked. So you must get that cotton name as a trademark under Wumi Foods. But
Okay.
if your business name is Wumi Foods and your product is, or your products are Wumi rice, Wumi beans, Wumi this or that, all right? Yes, it will fly. It will
Okay.
fly because NAFDAC is actually trying to ensure that there will be no litigation when it comes to the law. And remember that the first person that registered or trademarks a name that has the power, okay, that has authority for that name. So if you are just using a name and it is not yet registered, please, you may want to go and get that name trademark. Because if you're using a name that has been trademarked and you don't know, you know that ignorance is not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse. So if you are using a name that has been trademarked and the business or the owner of that name finds out, I mean, there's going to be a lawsuit against such person. All right. So I've mentioned your CAC, I've mentioned your team, I've mentioned your trademark. Now there are other. Please just give me few seconds. There are other, um, what's it called now? Other
Requirement.
requirements, like your SOP. Now your SOPs are documents that state the processes, all right, with which you indicate how you do things in your company. So the processes with which you do things in company A is quite different from the process that company B does. Okay. So it's very important that that is well understood. Now, these processes are what is called, they are called SOP. SOP means standard operating procedure. This standard operating procedure helps you to checkmate if things are going wrong or if your staff are not abiding by the rules. Now, one of the SOPs is, please just give me a few minutes. One of the SOPs is SOP for production.
Okay.
Now, the standard operating procedure for SOP for production, assuming that somebody is into rice flour, let's say rice flour, okay, you get, how do you get your rice flour? What's the process or what are the processes that will get you to that right flour. Now, maybe you go to the open market, you write it down, or you go to the farmers, or um, you get it from a distributor. You understand? Now, when you get that, you write that one down. Now, from the farm to the factory, it's being transported to the factory. Now, the quality personnel comes to check the rice that has been brought to your company, checks the quality, checks, just general quality control, and you get that one sorted out. Now you take it into the production room. From the production room, you get it, you start processing. If weighing, you sieve it. From sieving, you put it in the mill for it to be grounded. After that, you now start packaging. So those are the steps that you write down, that you go through when you are writing your SOP to be presented to NAFDAC. Now, we've talked about the SOP production. We have SOP distribution and recall. Now, how do you get your product distributed to the market? Getting your product distributed to the market is an essential part of your business. So, how do you get it? Do you work with logistics companies? Do you have distributors, authorized distributors set in place in different areas or different local government areas of the state? All right. Even if you are going to distribute it outside the state, how do you get those products down to your distributor? Those are the things you write down for the distribution. Now for the recall. So assuming that there is an issue, maybe somebody bought this product and then there's an issue, maybe somebody after eating it has constipation, there's food, maybe somehow there could be an issue around that product. What you do, and then you are giving a call. Somebody calls you, hello, or maybe you find weevil. There are situations whereby clients or customers or end users will find some particles in some products, and they call out those companies. All right. So in that regard, what you would do, all those products that you distributed into the market must be retrieved. And that is where having a batch number, having a batch number is very, very important. Because when you are now called, when I'm listening to you, I'm having an echo. Is it happening in your end? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So what I'm saying is that it's essential that you have a batch number, and that batch number must be on each batch that you produce. You know? So it will be retrieved. When it is retrieved, you can now destroy them. All right. So now you have SOP for cleaning, you have SOP for SOP for cleaning, for quality control. All right. And then also for those that use water for their production, you have SOP for water treatment. How do you get your water treated? There is process with which now you have another accreditation, which is fumigation certificate. The fumigation is done. So when you do fumigation, assume assume the fumigation in, let's say, September. Before the fumigation is done in July. All right. So that is how it is. Then there's something called food hazard test. Now this one is for people that are into protection of food. You run a test
You run a test
for
for
production,
the production
screen.
team.
It could be, the
It could
person
be,
could be,
the
if you
person
want us to
you
be
want
screen, it
to
could be
do,
screen
it could be
for
screening
personal
for
right? And then
right? And then
also for those that are into
for
customer,
those that are into customer,
called medical fitness
called
test.
medical
So medical fitness
the
test
medical
also
fitness test also
is for those that are
for
into
those
cosmetics, like I said. But food and blast test is for those
plastic. It's
that
for
are
those
into food
that
production.
are into
So basically,
production.
those are the
So that
requirements,
those that are
and
requirements
they are
and
very
they are
easy
very
and you know very
you know
easy to write if
very
you
easy
know the
to
things
write.
that
If you know the things that
if you know the things that you're
you
already
know the
doing
things that you're
in
already
your
doing,
company, to be easy for you
come to be easy for you
to document.
to document.
Um,
Okay.
um,
Um, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. That was great. You've run us through the processes. Thank you. So question and answer session now. Some persons already sent in some questions. I will start by reading out the questions one after the other. I hope they are either here or they'll watch the replay of this live session and then they'll get answers to their questions. Okay, the first question is that true? Can you please help us answer? She said somebody told her that somebody had told her that she can use one NAFDAC number to for 4 products. Is that true? Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
That's not correct.
That's not correct.
Not correct.
So let's
So let's
assume
assume
that
that
the person
the
has
person has
one product,
one product,
right? But different
but
sizes.
different size.
So let's say the
So
person
let's say the person
registered
registered
1 kg
1 kg
and the NAFDAC is
and the
out.
method
And then you
and then
figure out that,
figure
oh,
out
you can actually have
and actually
additional sizes.
additional
You can write a letter
can
to
work
NAFDAC
with
stating that you desire to add some
some
lower sizes
lower
to this
sizes.
number that you have. And so what they will do is
And so what
they
they
will
will
give
do
you
is
separate number for the remaining
separate
three
number for
products.
many
But
products.
you cannot use
But
one
you
number
cannot use one
for this
number
for
for
4 different
for
products.
different
So
products.
what you could do is write a letter to them, or
Or
during the
during
application,
the application,
you just indicate
you
there
just
that these
indicate
are the
there
additional
at the
sizes
external
that
service
you
that
want
you
to
want to
incorporate in the
incorporate
registration.
in the registration.
Thank you so much. And that is sorted out. So we can't use one NAFDAC number for 4 products.
No, 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 no.
Is one
No, 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 no.
number for one product. Okay, thank you so much. So the second question, yeah, I have the person said that someone she said that much she's asking that must she have a 5 bedroom apartment before she can apply to get NAFDAC number. She's
So
asking this is about the facility
it
now.
depends.
So,
Are you done?
are you done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so it depends
Okay.
on
Depends on
the product.
product.
Okay.
All right. So, but I want
All right.
to
So,
believe
but
that
I want to
I'm
begin that
speaking
uh,
I'm speaking with
speaking with
growing businesses.
growing
People who are just
people
starting and
who are
then
just
they desire to grow from
starting
there.
to go for it.
All right.
All right.
So, but food,
So,
You are not
you
very
can't.
audible. We can't hear you very well. You're breaking. Your voice,
Oh,
you're breaking.
really?
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me
can you
now?
hear me now?
Yes, it's better.
Okay. So let me
Okay.
put
So,
that
let
clear.
me stop.
So I'm
So,
saying
I'm
that
saying that
I believe that I'm
I
speaking
believe
with
that I'm speaking with
people who are just about
people who are just
starting
about starting
and they are growing
they
businesses.
are going to businesses.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's not
So,
compulsory that
compulsory
you
that
have a
you
5 bedroom
have a
apartment.
bedroom
Okay.
Um,
uh,
so there's something
so
called
there's
cottage
something called
industry,
cottage,
Okay.
and that cottage industry
and that
means
cottage
maybe you
industry
want to do
is you want
printing, you want to produce
you want
cheese,
to just
you want to
you
produce
want to produce
zobo drink,
double drink
or
or
all these finger
not
food,
finger food,
kuli kuli,
kuli kuli,
You can dedicate
You
one
can
room of your
dedicate one
apartment
room of your
that
Okay.
does not have
that
toilet,
does not have toilet.
all right, and
All right,
and and
and
and is
and
conducive
it's
for
conducive
production.
for production.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes,
NAFDAC has
NAFDAC
um,
has
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 has been able
been
to
able to
help
help
people who are having
people who are
accommodation
having
issues,
accommodation
all right, to
right
get their
to
product
get
registered
product
without,
that without
even if it is a
even if
container,
it's a container,
a
Eh?
container
a
that is
container
well,
there
well,
well
that is
that is
conducive,
conducive
is good for
is good for production.
all right,
All
or
right,
a
Okay.
shopping
or a
mall
shopping mall
that has,
Okay.
that has
a store.
so
Okay, and produce. You can
okay,
use
you
one
can
of
use
those
one of
or one of those
those or one of those
stores
stores
to get your
Okay.
product
get your
registered.
product
So
registered.
it's
Wow.
not
So not
excepting
accepting
you are a big corporation.
corporation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
I
All
Okay.
right.
then you
Okay.
now
Supposing
go
the
for
person is
that.
Now
making.
for that market.
Okay. Supposing the person is making chemical product like soap, like detergent, and I think this person does soap and detergent. So can she do that in one room also?
Okay, so
Okay,
I
so
believe that
I believe that
when you're talking
when
about
you're talking
using
about
chemicals,
chemicals,
it will not be
it will not
advisable.
be advisable.
Reason being that
Reason being that
some of these
some of
chemicals
these chemicals
are hazardous.
hazardous.
Okay.
So
So
it,
it's
it's nearly impossible
nearly
that such
impossible that
products
such product
will be registered
will
with
be
NAF,
registered with NAFDAC.
except maybe what you are
Except maybe what
doing.
you do,
The product
the product
you are
you are
producing are
producing
natural products.
natural product.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, maybe shea
Okay,
butter.
maybe
You're
shea
not using
butter,
any
you're not using
chemical.
any chemical.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe that.
So
Thank
I
you.
believe
So
that.
you
So
can't
you can't
use
use
your house
your
for
house
chemical. But even
for
the
chemical.
children will
But
be
the
there if
children
you're
will be there
married.
if you're married.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
So
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. The third question I have here said that's the almighty question. The question is how much does it cost to register with NAFDAC? How much will it cost me if I want to register my product with NAFDAC?
so it depends
so
because
it
these things
depends
are in
because these things
categories.
are category.
Okay.
All right. Even
All
right
right.
now,
Even
it
right
is
now, it is
computer generated.
computer generated.
So
Okay.
if
So
you
if you
are
are
a, a growing business and you want to
and
get your
you
you want to
get
get your product,
want to
it's about
it's
maybe
about
30
maybe
something thousand per
something
product.
thousand product.
But most
But
times,
most
we
times you
round it up to
round it up to
40,000, maybe bank
40,000, maybe bank
charges,
charge
the
Okay.
guys that work
guys that work
do it and
Okay.
all that.
do
So
it
it
and all that.
depends.
So it depends
That is
that
for
for
a
a
nano
nano
and micro
and
scale.
micro scale.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if
Okay.
you are a
Okay.
Now,
small
if you are
scale
a small scale
and you are under
and you
food,
are under food,
I
Mm.
think it
I
is
think
about
it's
something
about
thousand naira per
something thousand
product.
product.
Like I told
Like
you,
I told you,
these
these
figures are
figures are
computer
computer
generated.
generated.
Okay.
So we can't
So we
say
can't say
categorically.
categorically.
Now, if you are a
Now,
large
if you are
scale,
not,
you will now be
you can
paying
you
me
will not
about
be paying me about
100,000 naira
100,000 naira
and above.
and
Also,
also
also,
also
as a
as
growing
a
business,
growing
as a
as
nano
a nano
micro
micro
business, you
business,
can't
you
register more
can't
than five
register more than
products.
5 products.
Okay.
If you are registering more
If you
than
are
five
registering more than
products, you'll
5
be paying higher.
products, high.
Okay,
Okay.
and that's
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
that's
and then if it is
and
for
then
the
if
small
it is
scale,
for the
you
small
will be
scale,
paying higher.
you will be
And
paying higher.
again,
And
you'll
again,
be considered the small
you'll be
scale if
considered
you
a
are
small scale
registering
if you are
between 6 and 10
between
products.
6 and 10 products.
So
Okay.
there are
So
categories
there are
that
categories that
these businesses fall on.
this business fall on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So you've told us now it depends on what your product is and what you impute into the system. Then the computer will generate the
Yes,
amount
the
that you
computer
to
will
pay
generate.
for
Yes,
it.
the computer is
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That is settled. So the fourth question I have here said, I think you've answered that in your intro. She said, what are the necessary things that I need to do before getting my NAFDAC number? I
Yes,
think you've
those were the
answered.
things I had to do.
Yeah. Okay. The other one, though, I've told her to Google. She's asking where they have a NAFDAC office in Port Harcourt.
Okay, I'm sure you
Okay,
can
I'm sure
Google
you
that.
can Google that. I've told her to Google that. And the next question here says, she says, for fumigation certificates, that does NAFDAC have specific companies that they accept their certificate, or can you use any fumigation company?
No, you can
No,
use
you
any
can use any
fumigation.
fumigation. Okay.
So
Okay. So
long
so
as
long
they
as you
are in
are
tandem with
intended
what
with what
in fact there is no
there is
fumigation
fumigation
company that
company
wants
that
to come
wants
and
to
fumigate
fumigate
your place
your place
without
without
knowing
knowing
the
the
standard
standard
chemicals to
chemicals to
because there
use.
are
Because there are
chemicals for
chemicals
food
for food
grades
grade
you get.
you
I
get.
mean somebody
I mean,
that's
somebody that's
into
into
what's it called,
what's it called?
cosmetics
Cosmetics
products.
products.
It's not the
It's not
same
the
chemical
same
that
chemical
will
that
be used
we use
to
to
fumigate
fumigate
a
a
company that is
company that is
into
into
food
food
products
products
so that
so
those
that
raw
those raw
materials will not be
materials will not be
contaminated.
contaminated. Okay.
Do you understand?
John. Okay. Okay. The next question I have here says, she says since she have no staff, that she produces from the back of her house, and she produces soap, that can she still proceed with NAFDAC registration?
She
She
produces where
produces
at the
where
back
at the
of her
back
house.
of her house. Yeah, she does not have staff. She does not have a facility. She does that from the back of her house. That can
So the
she?
back
So
of
the
her
back of
house,
her
is
house
it an
is an
open place?
open place. It's an open place. I want to believe.
So I
So
mean,
I mean,
like I
like
said
like
initially, even if it is a
even if it's a
container,
container.
you know,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
even if it's a container, I've heard
I've heard
stories of
okay.
people who got their
Okay.
NAFDAC number using,
You know,
and it's
and
very
it's
new.
very
Very new. That's
very
if it is water, the just complete spending, and the
depending on the
person,
person,
already has,
already has
because
because
she
she
grew from
came
there.
from there.
That was the
That was
story
the
I heard,
story I had.
and I'm
And
sure
I'm
that
sure that
NAFDAC
national
officials are very
officials are very
considerate. When they
when
come
they
for
come for
inspections like
inspections
that,
like that. Sorry,
they
I'm having
advise
they
you
advise
further
you further
on what
okay
to
on
do.
what to do.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. The next question here is she is asking if you know of any raw material testing office in Port Harcourt where she can test her raw materials. So I've told her to Google that also. But do
Did
you
you
have any
Google
idea?
that?
Google. Okay.
No, I
And
don't.
okay, another question I have here says since I am starting her, she said she's starting her business on her own. She does not have any staff. That does she still need this medical fitness report for staff since it's just her? She doesn't have a staff.
Yeah, she should.
Yeah,
She
she
has to.
has
Is she
to.
not the
She's
one
not the
producing
one.
it?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so she
And
should
so
do the
she
medical fitness stuff.
okay, just for
But
herself. But
yes, but she should
yeah,
be
but
able to
she should
get
be able
one
to
more
get
test
one more test. Okay.
just to
Okay.
add.
And okay, there is this thing I've heard that the production manager, if you need to register with NAFDAC, that your production manager must be a science-based person, must have studied a science course. Is that true, or can anybody be the production manager?
So it
So it
depends.
depends. Okay.
All right.
All
If
right. If
you are a
you have
large
a large
corporation,
competition,
it's
it's
important that you
important that
have
you
a
have
food
a
scientist
client
as
as
the
the
production
production
manager.
manager.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you're
But if
just
you're just
growing,
growing,
there are
there are
basic,
basic,
very
very
basic
basic
things that you
things
can
that
do
you can do. Okay.
that will give
That
you an
give you
understanding
an
of what
understanding
food
of what
science is.
science.
Okay, so you can't say
Okay. So
that
you can't
because
say that
you
because
never
you
did
never did
food science,
science,
then you will not
then not
learn
learn
that
that
area.
area.
So
So
you can
you
just
can
learn
just learn
very
just
fundamental,
fundamental,
things
things
about
about
food
food
science of
science of
production, nutrition,
production
and all.
and all.
And then you can now
And then you
pretend
can
that
now
okay, I'm not a degree holder in food science, but these are the things
that
that
these are the
I've
things
done
that
to improve my
done
knowledge where food science
to improve
and
my
food
knowledge.
production.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So if it is not food, if it were chemical products, does the person also need a science-based personnel for as production manager? Say it is not
Yes,
food.
you
Let me say
need. Yes, you
I'm
need.
working with chemicals.
You need someone that
need
is
someone
in the
that is in
production.
the
I mean,
production.
that is
I mean, that is
in that has
that
knowledge
has
about chemistry.
knowledge about it.
You
Okay.
cannot say that
Cannot say
because
that
you
because
are. I
you
mean,
are
so that
so that
this should
this
it would
it should
avoid
avoid
unnecessary accident.
accident.
Okay.
Accident in the
In
factory.
the factory.
So that
Okay.
staff
So
will
that
not
staff
somebody
will
will
not
not
somebody
that
will
will
not
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 understand what this
understand what
chemical
is
is.
out.
We're not going to take
We're not going to
them
take them
one day and
one
say, okay, let me
and say,
try
okay,
them
let me
out.
try them
There
out.
should be
There should be
someone
someone
that would
that would
understand
understand
that some of these
that some of
chemicals
these
are
chemicals are
flammable,
flammable,
whether
whether
flammable or
flammable or
inflammable,
inflammable,
you know,
you know,
it can
it
cause
can
this
cause
and
it
so
can
things,
so
in the body,
in
and
the
that is
body,
why
and that
most
is why
times
most times
you
you
cannot
cannot
register
register
a
a
chemical based
chemical based
product
product
in the
in the
residential area.
residential area.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
So
important
it's important
as a chemical
as a
Okay.
based
chemical based
company that you
company
have
that you have
somebody who has
somebody who has
understanding
understanding
of chemicals.
chemicals.
Okay. Thank you so much. There's this other thing that is being said that for you to register NAFDAC, that in your premise, in your production room, that NAFDAC don't want to see plastic or woods, that they want to see stainless steels, and that I'm talking about your utensils, your tables, and the rest. That you don't want to see plastic and wood. That it must be stainless. How true is that, please?
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
the product
the
that
people that
want to be
want
registered
to register
will be
will be
considered.
considered.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
I
so
am talking about
I'm talking about
if someone wants to register
someone wants to
a food
register.
product,
Okay.
mhm,
Mm,
you are not allowed
you are
to
not
use
allowed to do
anything wood.
anything wood.
And reason
Okay.
is
And reason
because
is
of
because of
bacteria,
bacteria,
Okay.
fungus,
fungus,
or
Okay.
mold
or
that will
mold
be
that will be
grow in the food
food
after they are being
after they
packaged.
are being packaged.
Okay.
So you can
So
get
you
a
can get
table,
a table,
a stainless steel,
stainless steel,
or a
Okay.
or
table
table
that the
that
top
the top
is used
is
and that
used and
it's a formica.
for
You
Okay.
don't,
you know
I don't know
you know
whether you
I
know
don't know
what
whether you know what
Yes, I
formica is.
know. I know.
sometimes
Yes, I
So you
know.
can
so
get
you can
something
get
like that
something like
as the top
at
of
the
the
top of
table.
the table.
Or if you can
Or
Okay.
afford
you
the
can
stainless
afford the
steel,
thing
you go ahead and
go ahead
get the
and
stainless
get
steel.
Okay.
Because that will
Okay.
because
save
that
you
will
a
give
lot.
you
And it,
and it,
it's our
it's
own good.
good
When your
when your
product gets
product gets
into the
in
market
the market
and people are complaining about
and
scrap
people are
price,
complaining about that.
I mean, you know that the person is
You
losing
know that
money.
the person is losing money.
Do you get? So
Do you
it's
get?
important
Yes.
that
So
this
it's
is
important that
uh,
this is
strictly adhered to
strictly
this
adhered to
requirement.
the requirements,
Our own good. It's
our
for
own good
that's
for
it.
that.
Okay.
And if people are
And
adding
if
it
people
to
are adding it
production
in a
facility,
production
there are
facility,
several places where
several
you can
places
see am
where
in
you have to
Agege, or
again,
you
or
can
you can
that's the
start the
technology incubation
technology.
center in Agege. We have you can liaise with your co-producer system. Okay.
Okay.
So I want
Okay,
to be using
want
your
to be
space.
using space.
So NAFDAC
So now
acknowledges
that
that
technology is that
it is called contract
Okay.
all
manufacturing.
contract manufacturing.
Okay. That
So
was going to
NAFDAC
be my
So
next
now that
question. Okay, that was going to be my next question. I wanted you to tell us more about contract manufacturing. That if I want to register my product and I don't have a facility, how do I go about that?
so there are two
so
things now to consider. So
so
if you don't have
if
a
you don't
facility
facilitate
and you want
and you
somebody
want
to
somebody
produce for you,
for you,
if the person is
Mm.
the person is
already
already
doing what
doing
you
what
want
you
to do,
want.
so
Okay.
can the
So
person
can the
produce
person
for you?
for you?
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
what you would
what you
not
would
have
not
is
have is
contract
contract
manufacturing
manufacturing
agreement
agreement
where
where
this
this
person
person
will
will
produce for
produce
you.
for you
On your
on your
label,
label
it will read
will
produced
produce
by.
by.
Okay.
produce,
sorry,
produce for.
Okay.
You understand? On your paper, you have
Okay.
to get that
Okay.
it was produced by so 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 company for your own
Okay.
company.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Now, but if you want to use their books to get your NAFDAC number, or you want to continue to use their place, you still have to have an agreement. Maybe you want to be producing like 2 or 3 times a year. Yes, NAFDAC encourages that. You get.
Okay, please. I know there are some incubation centers around Lagos. Can you just mention the few that you know about for us, and for those of us in Lagos that we want to use those incubation centers, and what are the advantages of using those incubation centers, please?
Okay, so the advantage is we have few of them. Like I mentioned, the Technology Incubation Center. We have the IDC, Industrial Development Center in Ikorodu,
Okay.
and the benefits of using a cluster.
Okay.
The benefits are very serious. Number one, shared cost.
Okay.
So maybe in terms of water, cleaner, accountant,
Okay.
staff. I mean, you know that okay, if you're paying the cleaner this amount, the cost will be shared among the entrepreneurs that are in that facility.
Okay.
So if you want to you want to use water instead of you getting a borehole or a tank, I mean, it's already there. You know, even in terms of electricity, you are not sharing the cost solely. You are not the sole, you are not solely responsible for the cost.
Okay.
Do you understand? And
Yes,
then
I
of
do.
course the facility in general. So the benefit is quite, and then of course knowledge also. You don't understand something that you have people to talk to. You don't have
Okay.
issues. You have issues dealing with customers. You have people to talk to. Um,
Okay.
so it will also help you. So that maybe the day you are down, you see somebody that is producing, you meet the person, you speak to the person, your spirit is stirred up, you know, your faith is stirred up to believe in the business, because there are down times. There are times that you'll be discouraged, and then you just need a pat at the back. You know, so these are benefits of using the club.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, apart from Lagos, we have these incubation centers in other states in Nigeria.
Yes, there are the industrial
Okay.
development center that I talked about. Yes.
Okay, then other
So
states
the one in
also.
Abeokuta is somewhere around the one is just very
Okay.
far. Only Jongon, you know,
Okay.
around that Abeokuta. Yes, I've been
Okay.
there twice or 3 times,
Okay.
and it's a good place.
Okay.
So,
Thank
but
you.
all states have
The
these
incubation center.
industrial clusters that I talked about.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. And lastly, if I'll ask, can I sell my products before I get NAFDAC um before I get approved by NAFDAC? Can I start selling? That's another fear. Can I start selling my product before I get my product approved by NAFDAC?
Even you need to you need to test the market.
Okay.
So if you don't test the market, how would you know that people need the product?
Okay.
So it is your testing the market that would boost your confidence that okay, people are buying this product.
Okay.
Let me start my NAFDAC registration process. Okay. So it's important that you test your market before you go and register the product.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. That is great. Okay, so generally, I don't know. what other advice? Because there's this NAFDAC has been a very great fear that stopped many people from starting. People don't want to start. They are afraid of NAFDAC. They believe NAFDAC is this monster that is after them. So they don't want to start their business because they don't have NAFDAC number. What advice will you give to those generally?
All right. So address the fear.
Okay.
Start. Because if you don't start, you don't even know how many people would want to use your product.
Okay.
But when you start and then you grow from there,
Okay. Okay.
it would help you.
Okay.
Then you start taking necessary steps to get your product
Registered.
registered. If you don't start, nobody will know whether your product is good or not until you start.
Okay.
So what's the fear about?
The fear is that NAFDAC will capture them and imprison them because
No,
so
I
NAFDAC
don't
is
think
our
that.
friend. Okay. Okay.
I don't think that. It is when you have now become, sort of removed. I mean, no, it's not even business wise that you would want to go into a venture. You have grown and then you have not registered the necessary bodies.
Okay.
So it's just, I mean, if you don't start, that's the big, that's the honest truth. If you don't start, and
Okay.
you can't know whether
Whether
this
the
product
product is here.
is good or not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. It has been a very, very informative. Me to have learned so much. I don't know if we have any live question. I think we have. We can type there if you a live question that you want to ask. You can ask. You can just type the question and we'll read. If not, Madam, please can you give us your contacts in case anyone wants to register their product? I believe you can help them with registering their product for NAFDAC. How can they contact you if they want you to help them with registering their product for NAFDAC?
Okay. You can reach me. You can reach me on 080
Okay.
32
Okay.
444
Okay.
589 or send me a mail at I am FUMMI at gmail.com.
So I am Funmi. I am
Yes, I am
Funmi.
Funmi. So the
At
Funmi is FUMMI at gmail.com.
please can you take that number again? You can also be reached via WhatsApp on that same number, right?
Yes.
Can you please tell us that number again?
080
080, okay? 32
444
444
589.
589 080 32 444 589. So that is Madam Fumi's contact. Should you want her to help you through the process of registering your product with NAFDAC? She's an SME herself, so she understands you better, so she can help you through the process. So you can just get in touch with her. And even if you tell her that you came from this live session, she will give you further discount and further rebate. She will just guide you through the process. It will be seamless. It's better you go with somebody that has the knowledge, so that the stress will be reduced for you. One last question before we finally call it a day. If there are no live question, if I'm producing my product with say 10 different chemicals, I'm making my liquid detergent with 10 different chemicals, must I have a material a test for each of the chemicals, or is it a general test that I will do?
I'm not sure I understood
What I mean is if the what material testing now should it be done for individual raw material that goes into the production of a particular product. Say I'm producing liquid soap with different chemicals. Do I need to test each of those chemicals?
So I
So I
believe that
believe that
it's a
it's
choice.
a
It is
choice.
what
It
you
is
want
what
to do.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I mean. It's
important that
important
you
that
run
you run
tests on the
on
product
the
that
product
you
that
are
you
putting
are
out to the
up
market.
to the market.
Okay.
If it is
If it is
good or not.
good or not.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
you
if
also
you also
need to know the
know the
chemical
chemical
content, the
content,
level of
the
the
level of
chemical
chemical
content,
content,
if it is going to be
is going to be
hazardous to
hazardous
the
to the
body,
body,
or if it is
or if it is
mild on the
mild or
skin, or it
you know,
depends.
it depends.
Okay.
It depends.
It
So
depends.
yes,
So
it's
yes, it's
important that you
important that
run
you
those
run this
chemicals
account
when
when
when you
when
are
you are
or when you
or
have
when you have
produced.
produced.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much, Madam Funmi Unwori. I've learned so much myself. I thought I used to know, I thought I knew so much about NAFDAC until today. At least I've learned today that you can, if it is a food product for nano businesses, that you can even register your product in a container if the container is conducive. That you can
Yes, it is.
use, you can even use your kitchen if it is, that is, if it is a nano and a food product that is not chemical. That you can also
Okay.
do that from a shopping mall if that place is conducive, that NAFDAC is friendly. They want to encourage you to get your product registered so that they are not monsters. And I've also learned that NAFDAC should not stop you from starting that business. That in fact, it is
No.
advisable you start and test your market. It is when you've tested your market, you can tell if people actually need that product. Then you can go ahead and invest in NAFDAC registration. At least with those two, I think I know I've learned something new. Don't just start and say, I must get my NAFDAC before I start business. No, test the market. Find out if that product is a product that people need in the market. If it is what they need, then you can go ahead and invest, because I must tell you, NAFDAC is an investment on its own. You invest in so many things. So before you go and put that money there, when nobody needs that product, it's better you test your market, and then find out if who needs that product before you go ahead with your NAFDAC registration. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for coming to share your time and your knowledge with us. I believe we'll still call you again when we have another thing, that because I know that you're into so many things. You're into food and the rest. We are going to bring you back when we start our sessions with our experts. Thank you so much one more time, Madam Funmi. I
Thank
think
you.
if there are no live questions, we're going to call it a day here. But before we go finally again, you give us your phone number, because I know there are people that will also watch later and they want to contact you. Give us your phone number one last time, then we can end this live session.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
080
Okay,
32
okay,
444
okay,
589.
okay. So thank you so much. So we've gotten it. God bless
Thank
you and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much for everyone that joined and for everyone that will be watching this later. I believe you get this session is loaded with value. If you have any further question, please you can reach Madam Funmi, or you can also ask me on WhatsApp and I'll direct your questions to her. Thank you so much and God bless you. Thank
thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.